Premier League Wolverhampton Wanderers vs Luton Town prediction, team news, lineups preview. Seeking to climb out of the relegation zone, Luton Town travel to Molineux to face Wolverhampton Wanderers in a bottom-half Premier League clash on Saturday afternoon. The Hatters earned their first Premier League point of the season, albeit in controversial circumstances, when they played out a 1-1 draw with Wolves in the reverse fixture at Kenilworth Road in September last year. Match preview. Earlier this year, Wolves were flying high under Gary O'Neill and were regarded by some as outsiders to challenge for the European positions, something that was unimaginable at the beginning of the campaign. The Old Gold were within touching distance of the top six in mid-February, but a six-game winless league run has seen them slip to 12th in the table, 7 points behind Newcastle United in 7th with only 4 games left to play. A top-half finish is still a realistic goal for O'Neill's side, who will be keen to return to winning way following back-to-back home defeats without reply against Arsenal and Bournemouth, losing 1-0 to the latter on Wednesday in a game the Cherries dominated throughout. Wolves head into Saturday's contest having lost only 2 of their last 15 Premier League games against promoted teams. One of those defeats was at Sheffield United 1-2 in November last year, and they have not lost to 2 different promoted teams in the same top-flight seasons since 2011-12. Against Luton, however, Wolves are unbeaten in their last 8 league meetings W4-D4 and came out on top the last time that they welcomed the Hatters to Molineux back in August 2006 when Jamal Johnson scored the only goal in a narrow 1-0 championship win under former boss Mick McCarthy. Although both Everton and Nottingham Forest have been hit with points deductions this season, Luton remain below the dreaded dotted line in 18th place, having won just 2 of their 15 Premier League matches since the turn of the year. The Hatters have lost 4 of their last 5 in the top flight and enter Saturday's match following back-to-back 5-1 defeats to Manchester City and Brentford, losing to the latter on home soil last weekend. Luke Barry's stoppage-time strike proved inconsequential for the hosts, as goals from Jon Wissa 2, Ethan Pinnock, Keane Lewis-Potter and Kevin Shade helped the Bees cruise to a dominant victory at Kenilworth Road, condemning Luton to their 21st league loss of the season. Although their poor run of form leaves them in danger of an immediate return to the second tier, Rob Edwards' side can climb out of the relegation zone with a victory at Wolves, before 17th-placed Forest, who sit just 1 point above the Hatters, play host to Manchester City on Sunday. However, success on Saturday could prove challenging for Luton, who have failed to win any of their last 7 away matches, losing their last 4 and conceding 13 goals in the process, while only Sheffield United's 6 have picked up fewer points on the road than the Hatters' 10 all season. Team news. Wolves duo Craig Dawson groin and Leon Chaiwon ankle are ruled out for the rest of the season, while Saturday's game will come too soon for Pedro Neto hamstring, Noha Lamina thigh and Jean Rickner Bellegarde knee. The latter has returned to training, though. Toti Gomez should have shaken off a minor hamstring complaint in time to play against Luton, while O'Neill has confirmed that Santiago Bueno is unavailable for selection after he came off with a hamstring injury in midweek. But the Wolves boss is hopeful that the defender could recover in time for their trip to Manchester City on May 4. Mateus Cunha was only fit to make the substitutes bench in midweek, but the Brazilian is in contention to start on Saturday and could join either or both of Pablo Sarabia and Hwang Hee-chan in attack. As for Luton, Issa Kabor is ruled out for the rest of the campaign with an ankle injury picked up in last weekend's loss to Brentford. Either Fred Onyedinma or Daiki Hashioka could be handed a start at right wing-back as a result. The Man City loanee joins Tom Lockyer-Chest, Marvelous Nakamba, Jacob Brown both knee, Elijah Adebayo, Amari Bell, Chidozie Ogbene, Daniel Potts all thigh and Mads Anderson calf in the treatment room, while Reece Burke will be assessed ahead of kickoff after H lasted just 45 minutes against Brentford due to illness. Carlton Morris scored one of his 9 Premier League goals this season in the reverse fixture against Wolves, and he is expected to retain his place up front, with Jordan Clark, Tahith Chung and Andros Townsend all battling to join him in attack. Wolverhampton Wanderers' possible starting lineup. Sa, Doherty, Kilman, Todi, Semedo, Lamina, Gomez, Aitnori. Sarabia, Cunha, Huang. Luton Town possible starting lineup: Kaminsky, Burke, Menji, Osho, Onyedinma, Sambi Lokonga, Barkley, Doughty, Clark, Chung, Morris. We say, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2-1 Luton Town. Although neither side will be at full strength and enter this weekend's contest on the back of a poor run of form, both clubs will fancy their chances of coming out on top. A tight affair could be in store, but we believe Wolves will find a way to outscore their opponents and avoid a third successive home defeat. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.